oh boy, finally getting to this. I've made a bunch of videos on this Thanks Best Buy for a shitty camera card. Where was I? I've made a bunch of videos on this. I don't know what it'll get there. So I'm working on a lead smelting furnace for linotype type metal. It's a lead tin and antimony alloy. The temperatures that the linotype pot runs at, it's not good for remelting, is what I'm trying to say. The stuff separates out, the eutectic becomes violated, and you need to get hotter if you want to melt the reconstitute all the bits and pieces properly. So to do that, I've constructed a furnace, which I'll get to some other time. But right now what I'm up to is I need to, I'll explain this bit. It's a bottom pour furnace so that all the crap stays on the top and the good stuff comes out the bottom. So I'm using an old 20-pound propane tank, and then this assembly screws into the bottom of the tank, and there's a spout here, and this is the bottom pour valve. To actually make it into a valve, took a 5/8 bolt, machined the head down to a taper, and then I machined that same taper, it's hard to see, on the inside of a, this is a 1-inch to 1/2-inch pipe thread reducer, and I've machined that same taper inside there. And then this, I loaded up with valve grinding compound, and it seals against there. And I've tested with water, it's a watertight seal. So that seems to work. So that'll be the valve. Oh, and how this works is there's a long stem on this that goes up through here. I'm just using the bolt for now to hold things together. There's a long stem that goes all the way up through the top of the propane tank. I can lift that stem, lifts this up, lead goes out. I drop the stem, that drops, and it seals right away. The other neat thing is this actually passes through the middle of the burner, so this whole valve apparatus stays nice and toasty, so I won't have problems with the tight metal freezing inside the valve. So anyway, with all that said, I'm working on the controller for that thing. That's a different video, and the different video for the tank and the burner setup. I'll get that stuff eventually. Tonight I was going to do a little bit of garage chemistry to seal these pipe threads up. So this is up to 300 degrees Celsius, I think, ish, somewhere up in that range. So Teflon tape ain't gonna work. So I decided to just homebrew my own pipe dope using, oh son of a dick, using some magnesium carbonate, which I'll show how to make now. I'll be making some high temperature pipes joint sealant compound using these lovely ingredients here, found at various hardware stores. So the plan is to make more of this. This is some magnesium carbonate, and I'll be mixing that with sodium silicate to produce something I can stick on some pipe threads that'll be used in a lead melting furnace. First step is measuring out the ingredients. Oh, this stuff's quite heavy. So I'm not making reagent grade stuff here. So this is just tap water. So what I'm doing is combining sodium carbonate with magnesium sulfate, that's Epsom salts and washing soda, and I weighed them out so that I'm somewhere near an equilibrium, I think, or I'm bad at math. Combining them, and that'll produce sodium sulfate and magnesium carbonate. I'll precipitate out the magnesium carbonate that I want. Alright, well, we'll let that sit. We'll do the other one next. So now we'll do the magnesium sulfate. This stuff is insanely soluble in water. I poured way too much water. Because now I have to evaporate all that water off. And I might not even have room to mix the two. We'll see. It's nice and clearing up. And now, I don't know which order to do this in. Do this. Okay. Put that in there. This is fun, this one. Let's see if I can do it a little bit at a time. That instantly precipitates out the magnesium carbonate. I just heave that in there. There we go. Should be it. Of course, it'll benefit from mixing. That's what this is for. I'm going to let this settle out. The magnesium carbonate will settle to the bottom, and I'll be left with a layer of water, which hopefully I can pour off. And then I will just boil off the water that's left. For the most part, stick it in the oven to dry the stuff, and I'll be left with approximately 42 grams, I think. So I just added a bit of water to this. The last time I did this, I had trouble. If I heated the solution up, more magnesium carbonate would precipitate out. And so I think maybe I was reaching some kind of supersaturation. I don't know, I'm a chemist. This also actually makes, thank you for using hot water. This makes pulling the stuff off a lot easier. It's been a couple minutes and it's already starting to separate. Well, I think that's about it. It's still pretty gooey, but I'm going to decant some of this off if I can, and add more water, shake it up, and do this all over again. And the point of doing that is this water will contain sodium sulfate, and I don't want that mixed in with my magnesium carbonate. So magnesium carbonate is not water soluble, so I should be able to eventually wash all of the sodium sulfate, and if there's any magnesium sulfate or sodium carbonate left, I should get that too. This is going to be a shit show. Wow, that worked really well. This is a really terrible filter, but I'm hoping the magnesium carbonate will plug it up first. It's plugging up. Alright, so it's down a bit. Squeeze a bit more in. Alright, I'm moving in for a closer shot here. I'm going to call this done for now. It's pretty solid stuff. It's kind of got the consistency of, I don't know, yogurt. Where it's dried up, it actually scrapes off the towel quite nicely. So I thought picking the fuzziest towel would reduce or increase my losses, but it's actually not bad. Alright, that was fun. I ended up with this. This is some nice magnesium carbonate. To that I'll be adding this cement floor sealer, which is actually just sodium silicate. Which that and that are both things that this just basically turns into when it meets with carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The sodium turns into sodium carbonate, and the silica all by itself becomes silica. That's why they call it water glass. And then the magnesium carbonate will be acting kind of just as filler. So magnesium oxide is what's inside Caloride heating elements, which are what's inside your electric stove. But I can't make magnesium oxide, because to do that, I think you've got to heat it up to, I think it's, I don't know, 600 degrees Celsius. I can't remember. Hotter than what I can heat things to. But that doesn't matter, because magnesium carbonate and magnesium oxide both do what I need them to do. So if it converts itself along the way, that carbon will get driven off carbon dioxide, and it'll meet anyway. You know what I'm saying? The sodium silicate likes that stuff too. So whatever, it's good cement, I think. I have no idea. So I'm gonna grind this stuff up a little bit, mix it with that, and slather it on here, and that should be that. So when I made this stuff, I spread it all in a pan. The kind of what you're done, you're left with kind of a damp paste of magnesium carbonate and water, and so I cooked that in the oven for a while to drive all the water off. And when I scraped it up, it was kind of crunchy, so I got the mortar and well, guess I'm grinding that much up. Mortar and pestle here. Well, just to knock the chunks down a bit. Ooh. Making a mess. Alright, I'm going to assume that's good enough. I gotta get... Let's see if I can do it. I dumped everything. Oh. Holy crap, tighten that up at some point. Whew, I don't remember tightening that up that much. Little rust situation. Yeah, that's probably rusted from my water test. Alright, that's cleaned enough. That's clean enough. That's clean enough. This... Holy crap, dead battery, full car. It's not my night to be doing this. What was I talking about? Right, this valve seat needs to be captive. I have to assemble it with the valve stem or whatever inside there. So I have this bolt on there just so when it's all assembled I can fish it out. Because the rod I have to thread in, it should be fine. I just don't want this to get turned and jammed in there somehow. So that's like that. Let's make some stuff. Sodium silicate. I think that's probably enough. This stuff's quite heavy, surprisingly. Alright. So, I think these two won't react into anything special. Who knows? I don't think the sodium will. They don't mix very well either. I need all that. Oh, there's chunks in there. Ew. Can we see? Lovely consistency. That is much runnier than I wanted. I wonder if it is. It shouldn't be soluble. I don't think. I wanted that more pasty. Alright, well, let's, oh crap. Idiot. Oh dear. Mush up some more. This is obviously not going to get mushed as well as the other stuff did. Let's try that. Pasty. Now it's too thick. Now it's like cement. Oh, it's probably maybe atmospheric CO2 messing with things too. Now I'd love to run this through the mortar and pestle, but it belonged to my wife and her stuff. I don't want to mess it up too much. Oh, it is a dollar store thing. I could do that because this. Oh, but then I have to wash it out. You know what we're going to do? We're going to use this chunks and all. Okay, let's start at the bottom, which I guess means this one. Isn't that lumpy? Oh dear. Hey, nice pipe dope. Yeah, that's not too bad. Of course I'd say that. I want this to work. Yeah, it's not horrible. Don't forget my valve seat. Am I doing this right? Oh, no, I did this backwards. Alright. Oh, it does fit. Well, I'm a moron. Oh, no, it does not once this is fitting. Wow, I did that from the middle. Oh, well. Hey, it feels like it's doing something. I don't want to have to crank this down. I want this just to be kind of assembled. Alright, so that's the small end. And that goes in. And now I can put some more of this stuff. Yeah, this stuff sets up. Just sitting out. Which I guess is a good thing. Now, put it on here. It looks like styrofoam mixed with rice pudding. Something like that. We'll see. Now we'll wrench this one a little because that'll crank everything out. Yeah, that's right. Now I put the gloves on. Unique texture for being mostly mineral based. It stuck to me. Yeah, I think that's good enough. No, I don't. Because I want this cleaned out. Alright, I think that's good enough for that piece. I'm going to set that aside. Right there. Let that dry overnight. And see how it is in the morning. But in the meantime, Alright, well, that's enough of that. See y'all later. Oh, except I can't pause the camera now, can I? Huh. A little peek at other stuff I got coming down the pipeline. Getting my T1 sorted out for my old phone system here. That'll be coming in a video someday. Got too many things going on.